What's going on, guys? My name is PS Sarker, and today I'm coming in with some more leaks on Call of Duty 2016 Space Warfare, maybe, by Shinobi 602. Now, before we dive into this video today, I want to ask you guys to leave an early like on this video. If we could crush that like button, break 20 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going for 2,500 subs by May 1st, so if you guys want to help me out with that, that would be greatly appreciated. My link's down below, youtube.com/FPSSarker, so again, click that link, subscribe to me, gets me to 2,500 subs by May 1st. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, today, what we're going to be covering is campaign details and that sort of thing. So anyway, let's dive right in. So this is basically coming from one post on NeoGAF, same website that we got the original information from, and Shinobi 602 is over here on NeoGAF today, and pretty much what he said was in response to a comment that somebody posted. So they effectively said, they had space combat in Ghosts. Hopefully now it's actually good. Now, Shinobi 602 responds, this is nothing like Ghosts. We're talking combat in spaceships, think No Man's Sky, and not just around Earth. So that is pretty insane. So it looks like we're literally going to be getting space combat in this game. If you guys don't know what No Man's Sky is, it's a new game that should be coming out pretty soon, and pretty much like a huge game that you could like never ever finish. It takes place in the universe, and you're flying to different planets and all this other type of stuff. I'll link some gameplay of that, some E3 gameplay or something down below in the description. I did see it at E3 last year. So yeah, that is that. Now let's talk about this space combat a little more. So how is this necessarily going to work? Is this going to be like a multiplayer thing? That would be pretty cool, to be honest with you, if we had like a spaceship team deathmatch type thing in multiplayer where we get that sort of mode and we could be fighting each other in spaceships. That would be pretty cool, but at the same time, then why didn't they have fighter jet air superiority in Call of Duty Ghosts and the other Call of Duties as a game mode, like fighter jet team deathmatch or something? I don't know. So that is a possibility that if they want to go all out with this space theme, we could literally have spaceship team deathmatch, which is pretty cool. Also, another opportunity for spaceships to work their way into the game is maybe in a regular game, maybe a match takes place like in a space station or something like that. Then maybe you can get in like these spaceships or whatever and fly around the space station and shoot at each other, and maybe spaceships are the only way to get from one part of the map to another, that sort of thing. Or it could be a more battlefield type thing where the game itself takes place on the ground, say on Mars or something like that, and you're at a base on Mars, and while you're trying to secure these domination flags or objectives or whatever we may be doing on Mars in the multiplayer game mode, you can also have the opportunity for people to hop into vehicles on the map and fly around and shoot each other, because, you know, Infinity Ward really wants to do something different this time around, and you know, that would be huge, adding vehicles into multiplayer. The last time they did that was in Call of Duty World at War with the tanks. I'm not sure how well that was received. I wasn't really around back in the World at War days. I've only played World at War a handful of times, so I'm not sure how it was received, but I don't know, that would be pretty cool. But at the same time, it's kind of not Call of Duty anymore. Like, it's already not Call of Duty by it being in space, but once you throw vehicles into the mix, it's game over, especially if you have a regular map that contains vehicles, not vehicles having their own game mode. I'm okay with vehicles having their own game mode, but if you put vehicles within a regular map, I think that's when you seriously start to screw with the game. So yeah, and also it says not just around Earth, so this does confirm that we'll be visiting other planets within the solar system, maybe other galaxies. I don't know, for all we know, we could be fighting aliens in this next Call of Duty game, which to me is not very good. I don't like it. I told you guys yesterday, I don't like the whole space warfare thing, and here's the only scenario where I'd be okay with space warfare. It takes place 10 or 15 years in the future, we go up to the moon to colonize it or something like that, then China or Russia gets pissed off we colonized it, and then there's a moon war going on up there with modern day weapons, and I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would honestly be a really cool Call of Duty game, but once we start throwing alien sci-fi into this, it's just no. So anyway, he also says one more thing in response to this comment, and he says, and the central hub area that's a form of living space station will also be featured. Think of the Battlestar Galactica loading bay. Being mostly a campaign guy, I'm pretty excited for this one. So a central hub that's a form of living space station, so, and get Battlestar Galactica loading bay. So pretty much Battlestar Galactica, it's a really old comic book, I looked it up, and yeah, that's irrelevant. And everyone can picture a sci-fi space station, alright? So central hub area that's a form of living space station seems to be like the hub of this. So I'm not 100% sure if this hub is going to be similar to the safe house from Black Ops 3. You guys know that in the campaign where you like gear up and you do your creative class and all your cyber abilities and stuff like that before you jumped into the game. Or is it going to be almost like a main menu type of thing where you're literally walking around the hub, and if you want to play multiplayer, you walk up to the multiplayer door and say press square if you're playing on PlayStation, and then you go inside the multiplayer door, and then you get faced with another set of doors, and you can party up from in there and all this other type of stuff. That could be part of what this next Call of Duty game is, because again, if you guys remember Call of Duty Ghosts, Infinity Ward got criticized because they didn't push the envelope enough with that game. They didn't do something new and different. Granted, after 2 years of new and different, we don't want it anymore, but still, like, they're gonna do something over the top this year. So what if the main menu was non-existent anymore and it was just this hub? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, because it'd take a while to navigate that hub, whereas if you want to play Call of Duty nowadays, you hop right into the main menu and you can dive right into multiplayer. But that is a possibility where you go to the hub, you can play, say, campaign mode, survival mode, whatever the third game mode is, and that sort of thing. You just walk around different doors, represent the different game modes, or the central hub, again, could be similar to the safe house from Black Ops 3. So that is all the information we have right now from Shinobi 602. I will be updating you guys if he leaks any more information about this next Call of Duty game. Leave me a comment down below how you guys are feeling about this and whether or not you guys think this is true, because over the last 24 hours, I've actually started to have a little bit of doubt about this rumor, believe it or not, and I've been kind of going back and forth. It contradicts itself. I'll probably have a video on that coming later this week. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. A bunch of awesome videos coming soon. Again, if you haven't smacked that like button yet, please do so. If we break 20 likes today, that would be awesome. Come subscribe to me again, youtube.com/FPSsoccer. Link is down below in the description. Again, 2,500 subs by May 1st would be absolutely outstanding. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will catch you all later. See ya.